Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula, and welcome to another Pokemon Go deep dive video. So, with the Water Festival of 2022 kicking off, we have ourselves a brand new Pokemon being introduced into the game, and this Pokemon is none other than Araquanid. Now, this Pokemon is going to make a huge impact in the Great League, mainly because of its unique type combination, as well as some stats that are going to make it an absolute menace against some of the most meta Pokemon currently in the Great League. I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know regarding this Pokemon, as well as the reasons why you need to pick this up as soon as possible if you are someone who is actively involved in the Go Battle League. Okay, so with that said, let's roll the intro and jump right into it. Real quick, if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you will stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. I'm currently on track to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so it would really help me out if you hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. Thanks again, and let's get started with the video. Okay, so let's talk about Araquanid. So, this is a water and bug type Pokemon that if you are actively engaged in the Go Battle League, you absolutely must get this Pokemon right now. There's a lot of reasons for that I'm going to be getting into in this video, but first let's go over this Pokemon's stats as well as its move pool. Straight up, you can see on the surface level that this Pokemon is going to be extremely bulky, and you will be able to get it to a much higher level before you hit that 1500 CP cap, so that is something you need to keep in mind. It has a 98 attack stat, 176 defense, and 133 HP. If you want the rank 1 IVs for this Pokemon, you will want one that has 0 attack IVs, 10 defense IVs, and 15 stamina IVs. You'll be able to get right at 1500, which is of course the maximum for the Great League, and it will reach that CP at level 35, which is of course going to be a lot higher than a lot of other Pokemon that are currently meta. This Pokemon is going to be one of the tankier Pokemon that you will get. It's not necessarily going to be as bulky as Pokemon like Registeel and Cresselia, but it is going to be a lot heavier than Dugong and Defense Deoxys and even Lickitung. This bulkiness is going to be its core strength. It has a lot of key resistances that will make it very effective against some of the top meta Pokemon, and because of the unique typing of Water and Bug, it is going to have very few weaknesses. Araquanid is going to be resistant to Water type attacks, Steel type attacks, Ice type attacks, Ground type, and Fighting type attacks. Its weaknesses are going to be Electric types, Flying types, and Rock types. Just based on the typing alone, Araquanid is pretty much the antithesis to Walrein, so if that is a Pokemon you've been struggling with, well, fear not, this is your one answer. This Pokemon is also really strong against Mew, Cresselia, Umbreon, Wishcash, Politoed, Abomasnow, Swampert, Defense Form Deoxys, Scrafty, Lapras, Obstagoon, Menagium, Medicham, Ninetales, Vigoroth, Azumarill, Venusaur, Drapion. You kind of get the point here. This Pokemon is definitely going to shake up the meta because it has so many key wins. I mean, that's pretty much the beauty of having a water and bug type combination. They synergize with each other so well. Typically, water types will have a lot of trouble against grass types like Venusaur and Menagium, but Araquanid's bug typing neutralizes a lot of that damage. And on the same token, bug types typically fear fighting types and fire types, but Araquanid's water typing neutralizes that damage. Couple this with its extremely tanky stats, and you find yourself with a lot of key wins. But of course, this Pokemon is not flawless, and it's going to find itself having some key losses as well. This includes Bastiodon, Mandibuzz, Jellicent, Galarian Stunfisk, Skarmory, and Altaria. But if you pair Araquanid with answers to any of those Pokemon, you're gonna have yourself a really solid Great League team. I really like the idea of having Araquanid as a lead and having Galarian Stunfisk and Walrein in the back. Earlier this week, I made a video talking about what I believe is the best Great League team currently in Pokémon Go, and I mentioned that that team consisted of Skarmory, Walrein, and Galarian Stunfisk. Well, what I plan to do is replace Skarmory with this Pokemon. I think it would fill a lot of the holes that were in that team, and I really do think it's going to make my Great League experience just that much better. Now, we should move on to Araquanid's move pool, and I really think this Pokemon missed a lot of potential because Niantic decided not to give it some key Bug-type and Water-type moves. Araquanid comes with the fast attacks Bug Bite and Infestation, and it can have the charge attacks Bug Buzz, Bubble Beam, and Mirror Coat. Now, out of all of these moves, I suggest going with Bug Bite as its fast move, and in terms of charge attacks, I would go with Bug Buzz and Bubble Beam. Because Bug Bite doesn't have high energy generation, it is not necessarily going to allow you to pressure shields, but you will deal a lot of damage and outlast a lot of Pokemon, so in a head-to-head matchup, you should be good to go. Now, I think this Pokemon would have been a lot better if they gave it Lunge as a charge attack. For a lot of the bug types out there in the Great League meta, like Galvantula, Lunge is going to be one of the best bug type attacks that you can have. Unfortunately, Araquanid doesn't have that, but it still comes with Bug Buzz, which deals a decent amount of damage and also has a chance to decrease the opponent's defense, so it is still a decent move to have, but it would have been really nice if they had Lunge, because it would have allowed this Pokemon to have a lot of shield pressure, and it would have synergized really well with Bubble Beam. Regardless, I still think this Pokemon is going to be one of the strongest in the Great League once it is introduced. You will want to treat this Pokemon as more of a bug type, and the water typing is really there just to add a couple of resistances. Where this Pokemon is going to shine is with its bug type. It's going to hard counter pretty much all of the dark types that are in the Great League, and it's going to be really solid in a lot of head-to-head matchups. And of course, you do not want to sleep on its moves. Bubble Beam and Bug Buzz together is going to allow you to debuff your opponents to the point where they are unusable. So overall, I'm really excited about the addition of this Pokemon. It's certainly going to make the Great League a lot more interesting, and this is something that I've been wanting Niantic to do for a while. Introduce a whole bunch of Pokemon that is going to shake up the meta. I'm actually wondering what the Great League is going to look like with the introduction of this Pokemon, considering that there are a lot of Pokemon out there that were really hard to deal with, and this Pokemon is seemingly an answer to all of them. But yeah, I would love to know your thoughts regarding this Pokemon down below. Are you planning to use this Pokemon in the Great League, or are you thinking about changing up your team in order to counter this Pokemon? Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video and found it to be informative, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. For all of my patrons, they get the benefit of being a permanent friend on my friends list, so if you want to raid with me remotely or interact with me in some way in the game, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.